You're listening to Heroes in the Moment.
What's up, heroes? I'm Michael.
And I'm Nathan.
And today we're breaking down latest superheroes number 28, or weekly recap number 28.
28.
It is 28.
Weekly recap 28.
Weekly recap. So we got
news. Big news.
big news. So we got a few news for DC, the DCU, and all that entails with that. Then we got a few news with Marvel, Sony, and then we got some MCU news to round it off today.
Morbius.
So pretty hype. Oh, gotta love Morbius.
I just feel like saying that sometimes.
All right, starting off with our DC news today, a pretty big one in regards to Batman, The Flash, all those stuff in general. So it has been rumored and apparently reported that at the end of the Flash movie, there will be a cameo from another Batman that's not Michael Keaton or Ben Affleck. It's going to be another Batman in general. And some people have been saying this could be George Clooney or Christian Bale.
So would he be then the main Batman?
That is also the
DCU?
rumors. So there's also rumors surrounding, of course, that this former Batman, whether it be Clooney, whether it be Bale, will be the DCU's Batman in the Brave and the Bold movie.
I mean, that makes perfect sense, though. I mean, when
does.
the news came out, we're bashing it. Well, they not start young. But if they already got a fan favorite, especially a Christian Bale, who's, I think, now, in his 50s, that would work well.
George Clooney is probably my least favorite Batman rendition of Batman, and just because the movie is the worst. Yeah. But honestly, George Clooney looks the part of Bruce Wayne really well, too.
Well, I mean, he'd be kind of old for this version, right?
He's a little bit old.
He's in the 70s, isn't he?
I don't know if he's
or
that
like
old.
Mid-60s? He's at least
probably
60.
But yeah, I would agree. I feel like Christian Bale would be a perfect age for that.
About, 50s maybe.
But this is just for a cameo apparently at the end of The Flash, so it doesn't really matter to me because James Gunn did come out and say that these rumors were false and that it will be a new actor for the Brave and the Bold that we've never seen before.
So then what's the point of throwing in the cameo if he's not going to be included in the future?
I feel like
plans,
for the reason of money and the fan service, because they want to kind of contribute to the Spider-Man No Way Home effect. Where we had Andrew Garfield, Tobey Maguire, and Tom Holland together on screen. They may want to do the same thing with having Ben Affleck, George Clooney, Christian Bale, Michael Keaton on screen. So I don't know.
Like throwing Superman in the end of Black Adam. And then just, by the way, nothing's going to happen.
So something like that, maybe. I'm not exactly sure. But James Gunn did come out and say that this is false news.
And of course, not the main Batman.
He's not. But James Gunn could be lying. I mean,
he's
never
Christian
know,
Bale, man. That'd be fire.
It'd be cool to see it.
Fire.
But like we said, we talked about this, that Christian Bale said he wouldn't come back unless Christopher Nolan was to direct. And I can't see Christopher Nolan coming back to do Brave and the Bold.
That'd be just a cameo. I think Christian Bale was talking about like a full feature length, role, a movie. Yeah. I mean, a 30-second cameo.
I'd be down for
Stack your bread, Christian Bale. You know what I'm saying?
Cool. It'd be kind of cool. We'll see. Yeah. But George Clooney cameo, I wouldn't be too against as long as he doesn't have the back credit card and stuff. So we'll see. I don't know. But I mean, it'd be cool to see another Batman, and I would love to see Bale as the Brave and the Bold Batman of the DCU if they're changing stuff up. I think that'd be really cool. Honestly, back then, I think they should have used Bale's Batman anyway with Cavill. I think that would have been a really cool duo.
Yeah.
But James Gunn said it would be a new actor and debunked this. So.
Okay.
Oh, well.
Oh, well.
All right. Next piece of news is Constantine 2 was, I think we talked about this a couple weeks ago, was reported to be in development with Keanu Reeves to return, but now it has reportedly been canceled off the slate.
That hurts. I mean, that hurts. I mean, solely because everyone loves Keanu, Yeah, Constantine, it wasn't groundbreaking. It was pretty typical for like an action superhero flick at that time. But man, I really feel like this could have gone hard.
I feel it could have. I mean, this obviously would have been Elseworlds project for the DCU and James Gunn's slate, but I feel like it just wasn't a part of Gunn's greater plan and not what he was wanting to do. So it just got.
That just hurts. I mean, it could have totally been
especially
Elseworlds
after 3
project.
weeks after its announcement.
I feel like maybe it might be due the part like financial reasons, let's keep to the basics, what we know people are going to show out for.
Exactly. And that brings me to my next piece of news we just talked about right before this podcast, being that James Gunn came out with this DCU slate so early, and for this reason, to try and boost Warner Brothers and Bates as a kind of a money ploy, because Warner Brothers is kind of not doing so well financially right now.
Yeah, something like that. Apparently, Amazon, Universal, and Apple, according to this one YouTuber in this video he put out, apparently they're saying it's possible that he put out this plan maybe as a phony plan to kind of encourage those other companies to buy it up now.
Yeah.
Or they're also saying there's also maybe a whole completely different slate of stuff he has in case they do get bought up.
That would be kind of interesting because at this point it's possible to say okay, he has this plan, but none of this plan is actually legitimate, and that if say Warner Brothers is bought by one of these three companies, that he can come out with a new different slate that is more towards a chapter 1 than say, Creature Commandos.
Exactly. So, and then he'd have more funding and hopefully more liberty to do what he wants than with Warner Brothers Discovery.
Out of the three of Amazon, Universal, and Apple, I think I would rather see I would rather see Universal. Take it. I think Universal would be a good pick.
I think Amazon would go really hard too because their original stuff, and they really do give like full creative control.
They do
with the boys, Universal, Jack Ryan. Like it's just like brand new, refreshing stuff. But Universal, I feel like would be good.
Right.
Honestly, like even Apple too, I feel like wouldn't be that bad.
Apple has been sleeping. My thing is the fact that like these other outside companies coming in to want to, create their own movie and film studios because that's what's popping lately. It's just kind of frustrating because to think about how like Amazon's got their whole movie studio and all this other stuff when they originated as an idea to get packages to you. And then Apple, who is a phone service and iPod,
just
music.
Money scams.
It's
not
really
like
weird.
a scam, but it's all about money in this day and age.
So I would appreciate rather a movie studio that originated as a movie studio like Universal. Would be the one to take it. And I think Universal would do a good job with the universe.
I'm definitely confused how this wouldn't constitute as a monopoly. If you had one big company like this, making movies, also acquiring another company, making movies
I'm honestly surprised Disney isn't in the mix of this.
You think Disney would have Marvel?
They probably
DC?
don't want it.
Imagine
they probably don't want it.
You would have like a PG-13. I don't know, like. Who I don't know, everybody. That would be so weird, dude.
It would be crazy, but I don't know. It could be possible.
It might be good news, but at the same time, I'd rather please Warner Brothers Discovery, just do well, make better movies.
I know.
Cut your losses, focus on your gains.
It'd just be weird. It'd just be weird to think that like Warner Brothers wouldn't necessarily exist anymore because Warner Brothers is one of the oldest. It's one of the first to do it. I mean,
it's one of my favorite. Like all my favorite movies have come from them. Like, really.
I mean, it's a classic. Scooby Doo came from there. All kinds of different things came from there. I mean, it's just so unfortunate to see the downfall of Warner Brothers. So we'll see. I'm honestly hoping it stays the same and just James Gunn changes the slate, but we'll see in the future, I guess, in the coming months and years.
Yeah.
All right. Our next piece of news comes from not MCU, but Marvel Sony, which why do you even work in Sony? Like, what is the point? Just sell it back to Disney, please.
This is doing bad, man. We don't want Marvel Sony.
We do not. I mean, this one project I'm getting ready to announce is I would love to see it, and I think it's a cool concept, but I just would rather them just give the rights back. But we'll see. So the first project that has been confirmed is that by Sony is that we are going to be getting a live action Spider-Man Noir series on Amazon.
Yeah.
That's actually is hype. Spider-Man Noir is a really cool character, so I'd like to see it.
Is it Noir or Noir?
Noir. I don't know.
Is that? Noir. I guess then that would be like an Amazon Sony thing, right?
Yes,
Rather than, dude, listen, let me tell you, man, this project, live action Spider-Man, this is gonna go way harder. I hate to say it, than Morbius, than Craven, than anything they've made.
It is a series.
I'm telling you, like Amazon, like do not sleep on them. Their originals are like top tier up there with Warner Brothers. Like
it'd be cool to see. I mean, Spider-Man Noir is a really cool character.
Yeah,
I would like to see it. Maybe Nicolas Cage coming back to reprise the role. That would be kind of cool.
Oh my goodness!
From because he was in the Spider-Verse. Maybe it is the same Spider-Man Noir from Into the Spider-Verse, just in live action. That'd be kind of cool. I don't know, but it is pretty interesting to go into that. So I would be okay with that.
I mean, like this, bro, all their stuff they make is like they just got more. I feel like liberties, like to go dark if they want to go dark or like stay light. And with Spider-Man Noir, like I feel like Amazon's gonna do whatever they want, and I really feel like that's a good thing.
That would be cool.
Like, I'm excited. I'm excited. And I can't say that for like any of Marvel Sony stuff.
I agree.
Really.
I agree. Our next piece of news may change your mind. So apparently we're gonna get a Hypno Hustler Sony movie.
What?
From the Spider-Man.
What?
So it's another no-name Z-list level villain. Hypno Hustler.
Are you making up stuff?
No, he's the Hypno Hustler. He hypnotizes you and hustles you.
Are you kidding me? Shut up.
No, this is actually in development by Sony.
Stop, man.
Same with like what is it? El Dorado? Not El Dorado. Whatever his name is. That is also in development. That's going to be started. The Bad Bunny guy.
Are you for real?
Yeah, I don't know why. Hypno Hustler.
Dude, stop. I have not heard
Why are we
this.
getting this and not like a Rhino movie or a Sandman movie or
Michael, like I'm not convinced that you're telling me the truth.
Hypno Hustler, man.
Hypno Hustler?
The Hypno Hustler.
First of all, I've never heard of this character. Second
I
of
have
all,
not ever heard of this character either.
This
prior
character
to today.
sucks. Third of
Yes,
all,
very
like
true.
you said, why wouldn't they literally do anybody else?
Exactly. Like there's so many other characters
So
out there.
this is like Marvel Sony's making like a
Marvel Sony live action movie, Hypno Hustler
film
in development.
Oh, dude.
That's never gonna see the light of day. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, it better get canceled. I am not spending 2 hours of my life in a movie theater watching the Hypno Hustler.
Watch it be like the greatest movie ever made.
Dude, watch. It's not like that'd be fire.
That
Like
would be.
if they disconnected kind of from all the other characters because it's such a small character. You know,
Right.
you can do whatever. So
Yeah.
I mean, if I want to watch Hypnosis, like, dude, I'll just watch hours on YouTube on it. Like, it's really interesting, but it's a superhero. Sony. Stop,
Hypno Hustler.
Stop. They have like a theme song in the room. Hypno Hustler. Whatever
He's
you
gonna
want
get you by hypnotizing, hustling you. I don't know. I'm not a
You're
musician.
gonna get hypnoed and then the hustle. I don't like what the frick.
You better hide your kids.
How'd you want it?
He's
Hide your
coming
keys.
for you. He's got his watch and he's getting ready to steal all your money.
He's like, I am your father. No. Like, yes.
Hide your kids, hide your wives. He's coming to steal them all. Oh, Lord.
Dude, please. So this is for real.
This is for real. It's in development. So we'll
Dude,
see.
This is a dark time.
It is Dark Knight.
It's a dark
All right,
time.
MCU news. All right, so next piece is actually rather funny. So apparently it is reported that The Rock, my guy, Dwayne Johnson, I mean, obviously after being done dirty by DC in a way, he's like, oh man, Marvel, let's go over here. After hyping up DC so much.
He's hopping, man.
Yeah.
He spends so many years of his life hyping it up.
He's like, DC's my childhood. I love DC.
He even
it's my
used
passion.
the Queen's death to promote Black Adam. That's how dedicated he was. He said, unfortunately, she's never going to see Black Adam in theaters in September. Like, bro, what? Why did you say that? Why'd you say that? You kept went different, Dewey. Oh, it's such a shame she never got to see this great
I know.
movie.
My heart goes out to the family, the kids, everybody. I'm just super sad she never got to see the Black Adam, the new hierarchy of power. Coming soon in October in the theater.
That's a shame tweet, bro.
It's such a shame.
Insane tweet. There's no way. I still can't believe he did that. There's no way.
The new hierarchy of power is here.
Because the hierarchy freaking died.
Anyway, so he's
No,
jumping ship
dude.
after saying so much about how DC is his childhood. He's
Yeah.
reportedly wanting to meet with Kevin Feige over dinner, even though they're both busy fellas. And he wants to. And he
What the fuck? That's so funny.
and he's reported that he wants to play Luke Cage, Power Man in the MCU.
He's too old.
He's
man.
too old. That's what I was gonna say. Like I can see it 20 years ago.
Yeah.
But now he's too old.
Luke Cage is like 20,
Right.
25.
Like
you
I
know?
think he could have done a good Luke Cage back then, but
Yeah.
now, nah, man, he's not Luke
Yeah.
Cage.
Also, like Luke Cage is like black.
I know.
Right? He's kind of like Samoan, right?
yeah, very
Dwayne
true.
The
I mean,
Rock.
imagine though that he.
But,
is,
I mean, they can do whatever they want.
They could.
What happened to freaking game? What's his name? Coulter, something like that. The guy who played him in the Netflix
show. Yeah.
Like, I mean, he was a little ordered too, but he did a great job.
He did. So I don't know what's going to happen though. Is he's going to get cast as Power Man. He's going to get his own show or movie or something like that, and be involved with Daredevil or something.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna tweet. So here's what's going to happen. So tragically, King Charles will pass away, and then he'll be like, "Man, my heart goes out to the family of King Charles and everything." Prince William, now the King, so excited. It's just really unfortunate that he won't get to see the power of the Power Man come into theaters in June.
If only he had the power of Luke Cage, he might have still be alive in theaters in March. Like stop.
The Rock, man, his publicist needs to work.
Yeah, bro, his publicist is just freaking putting in bangers.
Oh
They
my
probably wrote
goodness, that's so funny.
Whopper commercial too.
After every tragedy, you just hear
Whopper,
Whopper. Get your Whoppers or chicken. Oh my goodness.
I'm dying, man. You're killing me, Michael.
Oh Lord! All right, so the next piece of MCU news. This one is actually really hyped, so it's a good piece to close it off. Our last piece of news for this this particular podcast being that in Deadpool 3, another rumored character to appear, and that being Patrick Stewart could possibly return as Professor X in Deadpool 3.
Yeah.
I mean, you got Hugh Jackman returning. Ryan Reynolds said this will not tarnish Logan's legacy in the movie, but it'll bring a new light to these characters. And I would like to see Patrick Stewart return as Professor X in the Deadpool.
Oh, why not?
Deadpool.
It's like, one last
ride between the two.
Even though they'll probably come back and maybe for Secret Wars. There's enough money. Did you see the picture of Hugh Jackman working out, dude?
Dude, he looks so
His
good.
biceps are massive.
Yes.
But I'm like, yeah, why would you not? Like, they're putting him on standby. Bring in Stewart, man. He's a freaking legend. Film everything you can. Obviously he's
and
older.
Patrick Stewart did apparently come out and say, like, I don't know a whole lot, but I'm on call. So that's pretty cool.
That's crazy.
So, and also, like we talked about Channing Tatum possibly making an appearance as Gambit. I mean,
that would be crazy.
I'm just excited to see this come together.
I'm the most excited for this superhero movie.
Oh, this movie,
really.
I'm definitely anticipating Deadpool 3 highly. All right, also, I forgot another piece of news that we needed to talk about, and that being it's been reported that Avengers Secret Wars will now get the Infinity War treatment and split into 2 parts: Avengers Secret Wars Part 1 and Secret Wars Part 2.
What? So we gonna have Kang Dynasty and then 2 Secret Wars?
And then 2 Secret Wars movies. So in 3 years of Avengers movies.
Because initially we thought like Part 1 would be Kang Dynasty.
Right. But
honestly,
instead,
I do like that. I mean, Secret Wars is such a huge storyline and concept. You have to have like...
You have to expand it.
5-6 hours.
You need to expand it, and 5-6 hours of content's what it needs, and that would be available. I think it definitely would be
that's
cool.
A good move.
I mean,
that's a good move.
I mean, I think Kang Dynasty needs to clock in about 2:30.
2:30.
And I think Secret Wars needs to clock in at 3 hours, both Part 1 and Part 2.
Yeah.
Legitimately. So I think that they can do that. And it gets me hyped. Take their time, really develop these characters.
Quality,
because it's gonna be huge.
baby.
They're going to be huge. So I'm really excited to see that.
All right, guys, if you enjoyed this episode, let us know by giving us a review and a download. Our podcast, Here's in the Moment, is available on all major podcast platforms, so check it out. Our last couple episodes, we did a Flash trailer breakdown and a Guardians of the Galaxy 3 trailer breakdown, so go ahead and check that out if you're starving for some new content. If you want to stay up to date with all of our news, announcements, updates, things of that nature, check out our social. We have Instagram at Here's in the Moment and a TikTok Here's in the Moment with an extra T.
And we just want to thank y'all for listening. And as always, we love you 3000.